if you've been on any kind of spiritual or self-growth path, you've probably heard the phrase raise your vibration or good vibes only. It's become a bit of a buzzword, and while it's rooted in truth, it can also create a subtle pressure. A pressure to always be positive, to stay happy, grateful, light, to never show anger, pain or grief, because that might lower your vibe. But let's get honest for a moment. We're human. We're here to feel, and I want to offer you a truth that might completely shift your perspective. Feeling your emotions, even the ugly ones, doesn't lower your frequency. Suppressing them does. So in this video, I want to explore something most people don't talk about when it comes to frequency. That feeling your emotions, even the uncomfortable ones, is not a spiritual failure. It's a spiritual upgrade. Because here's the truth. Fully feeling your emotions, especially the ones we're taught to avoid, is actually one of the most powerful ways to raise your vibration, clear emotional residue, and become magnetic to the manifestations you desire. Let's first define what we mean by frequency. In physics, frequency is simply the rate at which something vibrates. Everything in the universe, including you, is made of energy, and that energy is vibrating all the time. Your thoughts have a frequency. Your emotions have a frequency. Even your beliefs and subconscious patterns emit a kind of resonance. When people say raise your vibration, what they usually mean is let go of heavy, contracted, fear-based states and move into lighter, more expansive, love-based states. But here's the part that gets skipped. You can't fake your way to a higher frequency. You can't just slap on affirmations or gratitude quotes if there's grief or rage boiling underneath. True energetic elevation doesn't come from pretending. It comes from processing. You don't rise despite your emotions. You rise because you felt them fully, let them move, and cleared space for something new. Emotions are not random feelings. They are biochemical responses in the body, with energy signatures. Think of emotions as energy in motion. Each time you feel something, sadness, anger, excitement, joy, your body releases neurochemicals, your nervous system reacts, and your energetic field shifts. But here's the key. If you don't let the emotion move, it gets stored. That energy becomes stuck. It stays in your tissues, in your muscles, in your subconscious reactions. Have you ever had an emotional outburst over something small, and then realized it was connected to a much older wound? That's unprocessed emotion resurfacing, and it doesn't just sit there quietly. Stuck emotional energy acts like static in your frequency. It creates confusion, fatigue, overreaction, anxiety. It lowers the signal you're sending out into the world, and it clouds your ability to receive. When you actually feel the emotion with presence, not judgment, something powerful happens. The emotion completes its cycle, the energy discharges, and once it clears, you literally vibrate differently. Let's talk about some of the emotions we're often told are bad or low vibration. Anger is often demonized. We're told to calm down, be nice, be quiet. But anger is a boundary-setting emotion. It tells us when something isn't aligned. It rises when a part of us has been denied, disrespected, or unseen. When you suppress anger, you suppress your voice. you push down your fire. Subconsciously, you're teaching your body it's not safe to be powerful. But here's the key. Feeling your anger doesn't mean unleashing it on someone else. Inflicting your anger on others through blame, aggression, or projection doesn't discharge it, it just spreads it. That's not healing. That's leaking. Real emotional intelligence is about honoring your anger without harming others in the process. But when you feel anger consciously, with breath, with presence, maybe through movement or vocal release, it transforms. It becomes clarity, direction, drive. Anger, when moved, becomes fuel for change. Grief and pain are other emotions we avoid like the plague. Grief isn't just about death. We grieve lost dreams, lost relationships, even old versions of ourselves. Grief is how the heart makes space for what's next. Pain is an internal signal that something has ruptured. Something needs love, attention, and integration. When we avoid pain, we go numb. But numbness isn't neutrality. It's a defense, and it blocks not just sadness, but joy too. When you let yourself cry, scream, shake, or simply sit with the ache, your body releases, your energy softens, your field opens. You become more available to life, not less. Okay, let's get practical. What actually happens when you allow yourself to feel? Here's the breakdown. You discharge stored energy. Unfelt emotions build tension in your body and block your flow. You release pressure from your nervous system and allow the body to relax. In essence, you regulate your nervous system. When emotions are fully felt, the body returns to a state of safety. Your parasympathetic nervous system kicks in. Your heart rate slows. Your breathing deepens. You begin to feel safe inside your body again. And that safety is magnetic. You create spaciousness. Once emotional tension leaves the system, there's space. And space is necessary for new emotions like peace, hope, trust to rise. You don't have to force high-frequency states. They naturally emerge when the lower vibrations are honored, felt, and cleared. You also rewire your beliefs. Most of our limiting beliefs are based on unresolved emotional experiences from the past. When you feel the emotion connected to an old story, you begin to see it more clearly and question whether it's still true. From there, new beliefs take root. And with new beliefs come new actions, choices, and outcomes. Here's how to start practicing emotional alchemy. Pause when an emotion rises. Don't scroll, numb, or fix. Just pause, name it. I'm feeling anger. I'm feeling grief. Let your awareness be the first medicine. Get into your body. Emotions live in the body. So move, breathe, shake, dance, cry. Let the body speak in its own language. Use expression tools, write it out, scream into a pillow, punch a punching bag. Do it safely and consciously, but let it out. Come back to compassion. Remind yourself, this is me healing. I'm allowed to feel. I'm safe to feel. Notice what comes next. After the wave passes, notice what's there. Stillness, clarity, lightness. That's your true vibration rising. So if you've been trying to raise your frequency by avoiding negative emotions, I invite you to flip the script. Don't avoid them. Alchemize them. Because the real work isn't in staying high. It's in learning how to return. Again and again. By feeling, by processing, by softening into what's real. Your emotions are not the enemy. They are your allies. They are messengers. And when you listen, they'll guide you home. Home to your body. Home to your truth. Home to your natural radiance. That's real frequency, and it's available to you right now.